Yes, greetings to those who are greetings in the best of salutations. Yes, I like to um, always say that I like to come in the spirit of cooperation. You know, do my best to come in the spirit of cooperation, because I realize that adequate cooperation leads to proper communication. And that's how you effectively coordinate your power. Yes, and, that which I am guided by, or as my guide, is coordination, spirit of coordination. And I always like to say I speak from the position of resiliency, because resiliency is the author of success. Yes. And I like to um, share my myself to you in this wise when it comes to my human experience and my human emotion, because I realize that once one has a balance with one's emotion with, with logic, or when one has balance, understanding speaks clearly, and whether one wants to accept it or not, integration is balance, and that is how you know yourself. And there's certain things that you, a person in you that you have to disregard, a person in you that is could be simple, a person in you that is dangerous, a person in you that is wise. So the key to it all is balance. Yes, I also like to share this when it comes to my human experience and my human emotion. I realize that let me back up a little bit. I realize that a genuinely and truly educated person is an individual who has the responsibility to teach people to have affection for discipline. Yes, have affection for discipline. This is also therapeutic for me, just trying to find some solace and peace in the midst of chaos, corruption, and confusion. Emotional disturbance and mental distortion. I like to say that social stress leads to mental pain, and mental pain leads to physical harm. And people are only responding and acting due to the extent and the injury that has been done to his or her humanity. Also like to share that which my pattern of that which I have been studying and and try to talk from that. What I find out is that people have become lacking in accountability. Accountability is on. Accountability is on a decline, which makes one who is irresponsible. And a person that is irresponsible is a person that behaves or that associated with something being unethical. And there is a teaching that says you cannot sacrifice truth for any interest, but only interest is to be sacrificed for truth. For me, truth is the cause that affects one's reality or my reality. And I liken unto reality in this wise. 3 points of reality. One is communication. I realize that the society is under social reconstruction where our feelings are becoming desensitized, our thoughts demoralized, our attitudes dehumanized. So, when we talk about in our communication devitalized, yes, yes, and activity to stabilize the spirit of apathy, yes. But the fourth one is the communication devitalized, meaning that which we are saying to one another, we're really not don't care nor are we paying it any attention. So therefore, our listening skills have become diminished. Yes. Diminishing. That's why I said this disturbance, things that we put in our ears. It's desensitizing. It's desensitizing. That's the thing that we even look at, or those who look at television, desensitizing. It's the news. And what is happening is people have developed a fatalistic attitude. Fatal. False hope is fatal. False promises is fatal. So this lack of accountability, and I realize that when we're talking about communication devitalized, I realize this and this why is that someone says that there are signs all over, or signs in the universe, signs, signs. A symbol condensed becomes a sign. So, if there's, I'm going to consolidate this in this purest form, I come to conclude it to be so. that when you go to the doctor, or when anything, or any trauma, or anything that happens to you in your life, when you talk about the pause and the plight, any doctor or anyone who deals with something that is medical uh, wants to know your vital signs, the heart, the blood pressure, whatever. So if any message that it needs to be shared is a message of vitality. Yeah, that's the message. That's consolidated to me to its purest form when it comes to the health of one's humanity. The anatomy, total well-being of the person. And not to mention his or her environment. So what we're dealing with when it comes to the extent of the injury and the damage that has been done to his or her humanity, it is a public health crisis. Yes. So, that be the case as I proceed on. One must, in my study, in my note taking, one must have the desire for peace, and that must be developed. And I mean peace, I mean when we are not threatened by one another. That could be about as it pertains to one's success in life. And one is trying to succeed in life while the other sees that he or she may be close to them and may pass him or her by. That's that competition, that envy, that hate psychosis, jealousy, so forth and so on. There was a group, I believe, in somewhere in Asia where they were playing this uh, game, if you would call it. And as they win, they share their earnings. They was happy for the success of an individual who had gotten a larger share of the purse. And the question was asked, what is the objective of the game? The person responded with the other people who were surrounding him says, it's not about competition, it's about cooperation. Yes, cooperation. So we talk about this peace, this discipline that we should be directed and guided by when it comes to obedience in the spirit of cooperation. I mean obedience, I mean, that which has pertained to one's original nature and the development of maturity as it pertains to one's intellect. This maturation in the school system, they call it graduation, but in that maturation, we talk about each stage of development. Each stage is one of maturity. It's why it's necessary to offer mature solutions to immature problems. This original uh, nature that one is inclined for peace, the state of purity or innocence, or born with worth and dignity, stages of degree of maturity, this innate nature, the aim, accountability. Accountability the fact or condition of being accountable, responsible. The lack of accountability has put us in a situation that has become so overwhelming that we do things without care nor concern, but do things for the sake of wanting not only attention, but sacrificing truth for your own interest. It says that who is it that will gain the world but yet lose his soul? So it is the soul that is traumatized by way of this hate psychosis, not understanding that we're born with dignity, nobility, and worth. Anything else we have learned along the way. So you and I are accountable with the responsibility to continue to care and show genuine concern for the development and advancement and maturity of one's intellect. Accountability has to deal with ethics, governance. I think Al Manzou said you can teach people other languages, but you can't teach them how to govern. That they must learn for themselves. The expectations of an account, giving an aspect of governance. When you open up an account, keep a ledger. And the ledger is to understand, know where you are in your balance. Yes. The obligation of an individual or any organization is to account for his or her actions. There must not be a conflict of interest. Now, think about that now. There is a motto by the, the, uh, the Black Caucus. There is no permanent enemies, no permanent friends, but permanent interest. I realize that policy is driven by interest. You know, that's a Greek term that uses the word polis, with those who had the money and had the power, they could vote. Those who didn't, such as women, so forth and so on. And those who didn't have the means, they could not participate in the vote. As if to say, a vote determines your wealth. Such sad comment. So with the lacking of accountability is the responsibility to be held accountable for the consequences of one's action. That's a known fact. Either you accept it or reject it. Responsibility is a gift. Creation of life is a gift that we must be obligated and responsible for and responsible with. This being accountable or give account when it comes to being responsible with giving account as it pertains to the consequences of our actions. That's the fact. That's the truth. So what is this in which I am saying? I'm saying this. This corruption chaos and confusion that making very seem good. It's all right to deceive. It's all right to lie. It's all right to participate in unhealthy activity. We're living a life that is so destructive as if not only if there is no God, but if we're not going to give account for our actions. And I know personally, I'm thankful for long suffering and mercy from the creator of this universe, that humanity, we are the victims of our own transgression. So if there's any candidate, it's one for change. Change is a product of a human effort, and that effort must be synthesized. That change is unto a higher synthesis of growth, maturity, and development. And may we become masters of our own sense of maturity. That we become disciplined. That we strengthen our restraint. Needless to say, in conclusion, I think Dr. Seymour said this, the educator. He talked about culture. He said it is dynamic. It changes. And when that culture becomes destructive, you have to take a very serious look at that culture. Because somewhere down the line, it is not compensated to a point that it becomes constructive as opposed to destructive. It also pertains to our humanity and feeling and thought and attitude and speech and in action. May we bring closure to the great divide when it comes to becoming more accountable for our actions. Until then, may we all be granted success for our labor and joy for our sorrow. Reverend Wally Move, Kevin, Black Coat Healer, a preacher, the consolidated teacher, one who knows the importance of promoting the value of self-worth and reverence. Until next time.